In the bustling town of Siri, a tale of two salesmen, a grandmother, her granddaughter, and a single soot-covered plate was about to unfold. Mahesh and Sundar, both travelling salesmen with wagons brimming with pots, pans, and glittering trinkets, arrived in Siri on the very same day. They quickly saw that competing head-to-head in such a small town would be a losing game for both of them. A wise villager proposed a simple solution: split the town in half. Each salesman would take one side, ensuring fair trade and a chance for everyone to prosper. Both Mahesh and Sundar agreed, shaking hands on a deal they believed would bring them good fortune. On one side of the village, a little girl with bright, hopeful eyes heard the salesman's calls. She rushed to her grandmother, her heart set on a shiny new bracelet. "Grandmother, please," she begged, "can we get one?" The grandmother's face softened with sadness. "My dear," she said gently, "we have no money to spare." But the little girl, resourceful and determined, had an idea. "What about the old plate?" she suggested, pointing to a dark, blackened dish sitting in the corner, their only possession of any note. The grandmother, seeing the hope in her granddaughter's eyes, agreed it was worth a try. Soon after, the first salesman, Mahesh, arrived at their humble doorstep. The little girl eagerly presented her request for a bracelet. Mahesh, however, glanced around their simple home, his expression turning to a sneer. He scoffed. 4 coins, not a penny less. When the grandmother hesitantly offered the old soot-covered plate, Mahesh dismissed it with a wave of his hand. "Worthless," he declared. But as a habit, he took his cloth and gave the plate a quick wipe. A brilliant glint of yellow flashed from beneath the grime. His heart leaped. It was pure gold. Greed instantly clouded his judgment. He had to have it, but not by fair trade. He would trick them. "This plate is useless," he said, feigning disgust. "I wouldn't even give you a single coin for it." He planned to return later, perhaps when they were more desperate, and snatch the fortune for next to nothing. Dejected, the grandmother and granddaughter watched him leave. Their hopes for a simple bracelet seemed dashed. But their day wasn't over yet. Before long, the second salesman, Sundar, approached their home. He had a kind face and a warm smile. The little girl, though hesitant now, repeated her wish for a bracelet. Sundar listened patiently. When the grandmother offered the blackened plate, he didn't scoff. He took it gently and examined it. As he wiped away the layers of soot, the same stunning gleam of pure gold was revealed. Sundar gasped. He was stunned. This plate was worth more than everything he owned 10 times over. The grandmother, sensing his surprise but not understanding its cause, insisted, "Please take it. My granddaughter's happiness is all that matters." Sundar, an honest and generous man, was faced with a choice. He could easily take advantage of their ignorance, but his heart wouldn't allow it. Instead, he made an offer that left them speechless. With a generous spirit, he gave them all his wares, every pot, every pan, every beautiful trinket in his wagon. He then emptied his pockets, giving them almost every coin he had, keeping only a small amount for the ferry fare to cross the river and his balancing scale. The grandmother and her granddaughter couldn't believe their eyes. Their small hut was suddenly filled with treasures, their poverty replaced with abundance, all because of one kind man. They rejoiced, their hearts overflowing with gratitude. Meanwhile, Mahesh returned, a smug look on his face, ready to claim his prize for a pittance. He knocked on the door, expecting to find the desperate family ready to give up the plate for nothing. To his utter shock, the grandmother explained that the worthless plate was gone. She told him how a kind salesman named Sundar had seen its true value and had traded everything he owned for it. "He has already crossed the river," she finished, pointing towards the distant water. Mahesh's face twisted in rage and regret. His own greed had cost him a fortune beyond his wildest dreams. He was left with nothing but his empty-handed deceit, while Sundar, the honest salesman, journeyed on to a new life, his future built on a foundation of integrity and kindness. And so the village of Siri learned a timeless lesson. True fortune always favors the honest. And a generous heart is worth far more than all the gold in the world. Thanks so much for watching our story today. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button and subscribe for more tales that warm the heart and teach us a little something about life. See you next time.